Hi Libra, this is your forecast for the month of October 2017. If you have visited me before, I'd like to thank you for returning, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. This is a general reading for Libra Sun, Libra Rising, or Libra Moon. It might also be helpful for you to watch your rising and moon sign. You can join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily insights on tarot and astrology, as well as my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/thealchemistastrologer, where you can find on-demand pages with videos for love, finance, and other readings. Now, the underlying energy is this moon card. So something is at play for you. You're making these important changes and coming to the end of a cycle because you perhaps are getting in touch with something very emotional, instinctual, or psychological within you. And you may be working through to break up some old patterns, some old conditioning. For some of you, this ties to family or your past or your heritage. And for some of you, maybe this is about travel or dealing with your domestic affairs or mother-child issues. Or for some of you, if this is health, even, again, emotional or psychological or digestive issues. Because it's all about the way you nurture yourself, and food is one of the base forms of nurturance. So for some of you, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of strong emotions during this month. And maybe you're focused on your fantasy life or your creativity. But you are working through some things, and perhaps where you've been deceiving yourself or you've faced deception in other people. This could be a month where maybe you're struggling because it's difficult for you to get on the same page with people. Maybe you feel emotionally out of sync with others. But it can be a month of adventure where you're seeking new horizons. And again, that may come through travel or pushing boundaries in some way, reinventing yourself, making some changes, and having some new perceptions. So this is going to be a month where you're really examining your life, a situation, a relationship, and you're having to be very honest about where you are and what changes need to be made. And this process could be rather emotional for you. You may feel, and that could be the struggle. You're having emotional struggles. You're torn. Your emotions are going up and down like the tides. And you may feel irritable, maybe you feel suspicious, especially if you're dealing with people who are very different than you. Maybe you feel anxious about something because, maybe some people are acting manipulative or underhanded. Whatever it is, there's something that you sense and it's troubling you, and maybe you don't even know the exact source of that distress. This is a very intuitive month for you. And it's likely that you're going to hear something negative, something about someone you know, or something is going to come from somebody you know. And again, it could be that secret, that gossip, the accusation, something negative. And whatever it is, it's going to affect you in a physical manner. You may have nervous upsets. You may have stress-related illnesses. You may have digestive situations. So you could be struggling with people pleasing. Sometimes Libra has a difficulty in making decisions. There's a very strong desire to not have confrontation, to be diplomatic. You want the best, you want people to behave the way they should. And so there could be this deep need to be loved, accepted, or needed. And you may be going out of your way to get that. And as a result, it's leaving you vulnerable. And so when people don't perform, when they don't show manners, when they don't have etiquette, when they don't show sensitivity, you may take that more personally. You may feel like they've criticized you or they've offended you, even if that wasn't their intent. So the way to get around situations this month is for you to try to relax, to try to focus on things that bring you pleasure. And again, we have that Nine of Pentacles, feeling good in your own skin, feeling good about you, knowing when you need to take time to step back and heal yourself. And in those moments when you do, whatever situation that you're trying to solve or that you're struggling with, you're going to find those answers. And then that way you don't have to struggle or take your frustrations out on other people. So this is a month for you to avoid any kind of self-denial about your work, your health, your relationships, where you have been working to defeat yourself, where you've been putting your energy in the wrong place, where you've been allowing your fears to stop you from being successful, where you've been allowing your anger to work against opportunities for you, and those things that could make your life change for the better. So anything that is hidden or secretive, because there's some kind of hidden influence taking place, something going on behind the scenes that you may not at first be aware of. Whatever has been secretive or hidden is going to come to the surface, whether that's on your part or the part of others. And so this is not a month for you to allow yourself to become emotionally overwhelmed. In spite of whatever worries you have or something that's, occupying your mind or creating anxiety, try to release that, because the more you focus on it, the more vulnerable you become emotionally and physically, and it's not helping you achieve whatever it is you're going after. So for some of you, this is going to be a month where it's time to wake up to a situation. And it probably has to do with addressing some things that perhaps you've been putting off until now, some things that you wanted to avoid. There could be confrontation involved, tying up some loose ends, but ultimately you have the ability to achieve your objective. Although this is going to be a month where, however you thought it was going to play out, again, the death card says there's some unpredictable things headed your way. And so it's best for you to accommodate those changes and go with the flow. It's also going to, connect to your moods, your mindset, your feelings, how well you deal with whatever is going on in your environment. You have 3 major cards, and so this is going to be an especially significant month emotionally and spiritually. So this is you putting a lot of passion into something, a new venture, a project, and also you may be involved in situations where you're trying to motivate other people. Maybe it's a group of people who are not necessarily on board. For some of you, maybe that comes in the form of trying to help people who may be in difficult situations, or maybe a group of people that are on the fringe of society, and you're trying to act as a catalyst to change their lives in some way, or so they're forced to participate in whatever it is, whatever circumstance, given their circumstances. So this could be the ambition to help other people. This could be, courses, teaching, activities that are meant to increase the confidence of other people. Or for some of you, there's some kind of business that you have or some interest that you're involved in that hits a tiny slice of the public. It's a niche. There's also something going on within your world where somebody is trying to divide and conquer. And again, it could be, somebody behind the scenes, some false accusations, somebody letting some secrets out. But somebody is going to take control of a situation as they see fit. Somebody's going to step up, and it could involve, parties that are at odds with each other where there's no resolution. And something needs to happen because other people are suffering as a result of that. So There's something about indecision, and it's related to that third week where you're struggling with something. For some of you, maybe this has to do with struggling with some property taxes.